Course I, tooth and claw, shadow and bone will eat you raw. Malachi, sharp and sly, smile and bite and drink you dry. Soon I, eyes like coal, sing your song and steal your soul. Monsters, big and small, they're gonna come and eat you all.
How's it going?
So today I wanted to talk about a duology that I recently finished and I have all the feels for. So it is very hard for me to rate a book a 5 out of 5 stars, only because of the fact that it's got to be something that from the minute I start it to the minute I finish it, I am hooked and I love it. Found that in this duology, and this one's easily going to be a favorite for a long time. The only reason I didn't immediately start rereading it is because I had other things I needed to read and get to, but I do hope to reread this series soon because it was that good. The duology that I am talking about today is This Savage Song and Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. This is the Monsters of Verity duology, and holy crap is it amazing. This duology follows a boy named August Flynn who is a Sunai. Sunai, basically they play a song and it entraps the souls of humans, and the souls therefore rise to the surface. Sunai are considered the worst of the monsters, only because of the fact that they're incredibly strong, they can attack, they're more powerful than the Korsai or the Malachi, and in this world all the monsters come from some sort of sinister deed. For example, the Malachi come from murder. All August wants is to be human and be a part of the human world and actually be like his parents, the Flynns, who are human, who have taken in the Sunai and given them a life and given them a purpose. This story also follows Kate Harker, who is the daughter of our bad guy, and all Kate wants to do is prove herself to her father and that she is worthy of his attention and that she's worthy of his title and that she deserves to have and do everything that he did. This story is amazing at following the depths of what it means to be human and also the darkness that we all feel inside ourselves and the compulsion that people have to doing bad things. It's all explored in this series. It's displayed out in such a beautiful way. Now that's about all I can say about this series without really ruining anything. So absolutely go read these books. They are a 5 out of 5 recommendation for me. I will never not love these. Go check them out, read them, come back, and let's talk about them. So in This Savage Song, I loved the very classic feel to August wanting to be a human and that he gets sent off to school, and when he gets to school it's just him wanting to fit in, and that you have that random kid that's like out of nowhere his friend. Like any story whatsoever of a kid trying to go to school to be normal, like you have that kid and you have the main character like, I don't know if I can do this, like people are gonna know, blah 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 blah. So I loved that classic aspect, but I like how in this story that element was not drawn out. I feel like in a lot of other YA books where part of the element is the person is trying to go to school and be normal and such, that gets dragged out a little too far to where the author feels like they need to throw in every last little detail about this character being at school, whereas Schwab kind of stayed away from that. She introduced him being in school, she introduced him trying to be normal and being a part of this life, but then it very quickly switched right into Kate being attacked and him having to come out of the music room and rescue her, or she's having the confirmation of August being a Sunai, and just that entire element really broke up the monotony of this kind of a trope of a not human trying to play it human. Kate is like the definition of every girl trying to act bad and like be tough and be cool that there ever was, except Kate takes it a little far. But Kate is so much like, I'm going to be bad and you're gonna respect me. Like she pulled a freaking knife on a girl in the bathroom because the girl was talking about her. It's a little extreme to me, but at the same time, like I see what Kate's trying to do and I know what she's trying to do, but it's still one of those that Kate is just backing down a little bit, hun. Just calm it down. We know you're a softie at heart. These two running away together, having to fend for themselves, and this entire dynamic that they have between the two of them. And it's something that throughout both of these books, not just this Savage Song, I really enjoyed, was this story is not focused around a monster falling in love with a human or a human falling in love with a monster. This is very much so two people who just need somebody to hear them and care, and they find that in each other. So it's not a love story. It's not a we have to love each other and have all these epic awesome moments. It's just two people trying to figure out themselves and therefore finding somebody that's helping them figure it out. Kate especially goes on this massive arc of wanting nothing to do with monsters, not wanting anything to do with August originally because of the fact he was a Sunai, and she just wanted to capture him and take him to her father, to they're in the train car in the subways with all the Korsai around them, and you see this moment where Kate actually acknowledges that he is not just a monster, he's a person too, and that just because he's classified as a monster does not mean that's what he is. He is not the same as the Korsai sitting outside their train trying to kill him. He's trying to save her life. Kate, though, does get kind of self-wrapped up in the protecting herself and caring about herself. For example, when they get to the train station, and August is just melting down, he's heating up, he's having issues, like he very clearly needs to eat a soul. It's the frustration as the reader that you know this and you know that he needs help. But then Kate is so focused like on her own path. Granted, she doesn't know the signs for August. She doesn't know what his signs are that he like needs to eat and he needs this, and this. But she still like at one point asks him like, what's wrong? Like, you okay? Him going, oh yeah, I'm fine, it's cool. And then she brushes right past it and never comes back. I think is something that August really needed her to acknowledge and help and not leave him on his own. Although that moment where August is holding on to Kate and says, please don't let me fall, please don't let me go dark, it was a moment where my soul, it expanded and then immediately crushed itself back in. Only because of the fact that is such a true line for anybody with depression can understand, is wanting to reach out to somebody and telling them, please don't let me fall, don't let me go back to that dark place. It was just, my soul just like crushed. Just absolutely crushed. Which brings us into Our Dark Duet. I enjoyed this moment where Kate is outside of Verity because she wanted to get away from it. She wanted to go do her own thing. There were so many points in the beginning of Our Dark Duet that I wanted to reach into the book and strangle Kate because she has people that care about her. Riley and the wardens care. They want to help. They want to do all these things for her. And she's just pushes them away, wants nothing to do with them. But I get Kate's side of it as well because she's already dealt with so much and she's lost so much and she's had so many problems already that she just wants to be herself and do her own thing. But at the same time, she wants friends. She wants friends and she won't accept the friends. And poor Riley is just trying to help this poor girl in any way he can. And Kate's just not having it. If I was Riley, I would be so pissed at Kate. Not only for like he cares about her and she left kind of thing, but because of the fact he went out of his way to get her a room, to get her set up, make sure she was comfortable and happy and this and that and blah 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 blah. And then she just writes a note. She can't ever send him messages because there's no signal in Verity, but I really feel Riley is constantly sending her messages. What the hell are you doing? What is going on? I'm coming to get you. Let's go. I can't imagine for Riley the amount of stress that like is in his life now that he has no idea what happened to Kate. August in book 2 versus book 1 was incredibly frustrating to me because you can see that he has all this emotional turmoil going on from going dark in the end of this Savage Song. So he has this turmoil going on and he's so determined to feel and do all of these things that are not good for him. And he has the people around him telling him, this is not good for you. and he's doing them anyway. He's so frustrating. He's also, just like I wanted to strangle Kate, I wanted to strangle August, only because of the fact that he's purposely self-harming. I wouldn't say purposely, because of the fact he's trying to feel and he's trying to do what he thinks he's supposed to be doing. So I don't think he's purposely trying to harm himself, but at the same time, he's not actively trying to help himself. So I like that he has more of a responsibility role in Our Dark Duet. He doesn't know how to handle himself when it comes to that responsibility, especially with Kate being gone, and he has so much internal conflict when it comes to her that he doesn't know how to express that. And it doesn't help that he still has Leo in his head, which I didn't fully understand. If is Leo permanently in his head because he has a soul inside him, so Leo's like a part of his soul now? Or is it August imagining Leo speaking because he knows Leo and like what Leo would say? So like that never got answered for me, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on with Leo. But Leo's an ass and he needs to go away. Sorry, not sorry. There's so many parts though of Our Dark Duet where August is becoming like Leo, and it's so frustrating, especially when he's dealing with Alice. Obsession of having to focus on this character and this like need to destroy her because she came from Kate is enough to see that August is just spiraling. Like, he can't focus on anything else other than having to get Alice. And then when Kate finally comes back to Verity and Sorrow finds Kate and August has to come out and rescue her, as soon as Kate got back, I was like, this is gonna be fun when Alice and Malachi, or Malachi? Oh, that's the creatures. Sloane. His name's Sloane. This is gonna be fun when Sloane finds out and Alice finds out, and it's just Kate. But to make the story work, Kate obviously had to come back and discover the issues. I still didn't fully understand how Kate became attached to the Chaos Walker, or Chaos Maker, Destroyer, the Chaos thing. I didn't understand how she got connected to it, but at the same time, that connection was interesting to me. I can't imagine like that cut through the eye that she has going on. And it's interesting to see this creature that exists outside of the known, outside of the 3 known monsters, to have something new that challenges all of these characters' like mental state as to what they can expect from these creatures. Also is the fact that August has to challenge what he knows as a monster. He has to challenge the thoughts in his head to where like, okay, I'm not on top anymore. There's something above me that needs to be stopped. This entire book, I was rooting for Sloane to kill Alice. The entire time, I just wanted him to like behead her, kill her in some way, because he was tolerating and tolerating and tolerating her, that I was just waiting for that moment where he's like, I am done with this. Just to have 2 volatile characters right next to each other and not have them attack each other, I feel like was kind of a like letdown, I guess. Is not really a letdown because it was still cool, but like to not see them go after each other was interesting to me. And finally, the end of Our Dark Duet. I really want to put this book in a corner and never look at it again because it hurt that much. I just wanted these 2 to have a happy ending, and they don't get it. They don't get their happy ending, because Kate goes and fights Alice, and Alice stabs her, and Kate's just bleeding out, although Kate, being Kate, just sits down and starts having a drink, relaxing. Poor August is sprinting to go get to her, gets to her, and she dies in his arms. I'll be okay. I do have unbelievable respect, though, for authors that have no problem killing off their characters. I think that is something that needs to become more prevalent in not just YA, but in stories in general. People don't survive everything, and I think that that is something that's really been missing from this genre, is that people need to die. Part of excelling a story and pushing things forward is that people need to die. And Kate dying in this story, and Ilsa dying in this story, is very true and very realistic of a typical situation where you have a war, a fight, a battle, something going on to where people's lives are at risk. People are going to die, more so than just the random henchman that goes running in head first. Like, more people are going to die than that, especially important people. So I have mad respect for Victoria Schwab and the fact that she killed off people in this book. I'm just not okay because it hurt. And this was a character that I really wanted to see turn her life around and go back to the Wardens and be able to help them and push them to do new things and accomplish new things. I'm just sad that this character is gone, but at the same time, I have so much respect because she's gone. So that is obviously a very brief thought on these two books. There's so much more to this story. Please let me know down below what you guys thought of the Monsters of Verity. I am blown away by these, as I said in the beginning of this video. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. As always, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.